Hello and welcome to World in 5. MDC leader Douglas Mwonzora today announced his withdrawal from the 2023 August race, alleging mismanagement by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. Mwonzora told reporters in Harare that his decision had been supported by the party's entire leadership after a meeting of the National Executive yesterday. The party's local authority and House of Assembly nominees will, however, still participate in the August 23 election.
In terms of Section 107 of the Electoral Act, I, with the concurrence of my party, have withdrawn my candidature in this election.
ZTN is yet to get a reaction from the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. Harmonized elections slated for August 23 will go ahead as scheduled, and nothing, including the present court challenges, will derail them, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission ZEC has said. ZEC has started the printing of ballot papers for constituencies and wards where there is no contestation. This comes as the court has delayed the dispatch of voting materials after ZEC suspended the printing of ballot papers that will be used for the presidential election, as well as in more than a dozen National Assembly polls. ZEC Vice Chairman Ambassador Rodney Kiwa said the printing of ballot papers was already underway, with those constituencies where there are court contestations being the only exceptions. ZEC is expected to advise of the printing timelines soon after the conclusion of the outstanding application, which is currently before the courts. Vice President Constantino Chiwenga is in Mberengwa East at Mataga Growth Point in the Midlands Province, where he is set to address a ZANU-PF rally. The VP also toured the state-of-the-art Mataga Hospital. The 20-bed hospital will offer maternity, laboratory, dispensary counseling, female and male pediatric services. The facility is the third to be completed under a health centers initiative wholly funded by the government to build 30 clinics and 5 district hospitals across the country.
Sizvakaona pano pamatako tinoda kuti hakuna munhu achakwanisa anofanira kusarira kumashure, hakuna nzvimbo inofanira kusarira kumashure. Ndo zvatinoda kuita munzvimbo dzose Zimbabwe ijekerera, kumadistricts ose muZimbabwe, nekuisa zvipatara zvakadai nezvihombe.
As the nation heads toward elections, Speaker of Parliament Jacob Mudende said there will be need for more resources to capacitate the new crop of parliamentarians that will assume office for them to know their roles. The Speaker of Parliament said it will be the first time for the majority, and there is a need for training and induction for them to have knowledge of the new office.
As we go to elections now, this month, on the 23rd of August, there is going to be a high turnover of members of parliament. And we have a sizable number of members of parliament that will be sworn in. And these members of parliament have different backgrounds, have different achievements in terms of their academic and.
Now, although the future of former U.S. Vice President Donald Trump remains unclear, the fact that there are no cameras in the courtroom is probably going to foment some conspiracies on certain theories, which experts say is a dangerous development. Trump on Thursday pleaded not guilty to federal charges against him for plotting to overturn the 2020 presidential election. A federal grand jury on Tuesday indicted Trump for 4 criminal counts: conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of and attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights.
It's a tone of very seriousness. These are grave charges. Grave is probably an overstatement, but certainly very, very serious. They carry a maximum penalty. And in D.C., as your correspondent mentioned, a few blocks away from the courthouse where Trump appeared was the scene of the Capitol riots. So in addition to having a judge who is taking this very, very seriously and has no ties to Trump at all, unlike the judge in Florida, this judge has a reputation for being all business and for having presiding over the case near where all the bloodshed and the violence, and even blocks away from where Trump made his speech that got the whole process started.
That's it for World in 5. Have a good day.